The YouTube cooking sphere has made it pretty clear in recent times that the best way to cook a whole chicken is to spatchcock it.
Spatchcock chicken.
That is, to remove the backbone and flatten it out so that the breast doesn't overcook before the rest of the bird cooks. I surprisingly have never done that myself, so this was my opportunity to do it my way. I made it with an Alabama White BBQ sauce. It turned out quite epic, and this is how I did it. So yeah, I'm starting with a whole chicken, and the first thing we need to do is remove the backbone. It's pretty easy to do with any pair of kitchen shears, even these terrible ones. Probably the last time I'll ever use these pieces of junk, but I'm just cutting until that backbone is off. Mine still had all the organs inside, which is not usual for the chickens that I buy, but I just discarded those. You could eat them. Then you flip it over, and you need to take each of the thighs and kind of turn them over so that it sits more flat. And then you go into your CPR shape and just press this. You should hear a little crack. I also try to tuck the wings behind the head like I see Sam the cooking guy do. It really doesn't matter at this point because you can do that after you set it on the grill. But now it will be time to season it or dry brine it if you have the time to do that overnight. I don't. I'm going to smoke it right away and it'll be okay. I'm just starting with some mustard as a binder. I just rub that all over both sides and a little bit under the skin. And then I'm first going to season this with salt. Bro, did I forget to put the salt on this first?
There is no way.
What?
Bro, we are never beating the allegations. What are you talking about? You're making a video with white mayo sauce.
And now you forget to salt the chicken.
Things happen, bro.
I mean, look at that chicken. Is this something we should be sharing with the world? We lack culture as is. Now you're just feeding into it.
We do too have culture.
What is that?
It's art. I made it in first grade. Why do you still have that? I don't know. Memories?
You're talking from the time you exclusively ate chicken nuggets and mac and cheese.
You mean like a few years ago?
You are a troll. No, I'm just kidding. I would never forget to salt it first. I intentionally keep the salt out of my rubs so I can precisely apply it, but I did make a homemade unsalted rub and this is what I put in it. I didn't measure anything, but ingredient estimates are below. I roughly did the same amount of everything, starting with freshly ground black pepper and smoked paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, and a little celery salt. And then I have a packet of this dashida or Korean chicken bouillon powder. It'll just boost the umami and it does have a little bit of its own salt. I'm going to mix all that together and that's a beautiful all-purpose rub for any kind of protein. I'm liberally adding that all over the chicken. It's almost impossible to over-season this. Just remember you're only able to apply seasoning to the outside of the bird, so you have to account for all the meat on the inside that you can't get to. I am trying to sprinkle a little bit under the skin, just whatever I can reach as well. And while I was doing all this, I had my smoker coming up to temperature, and this is my Big Joe charcoal smoker. I added some charcoal briquettes. I don't need too many because we're not going to smoke this all day. It should only take an hour or two. I spend about 3 to 5 minutes lighting these with my blowtorch. Then I'll close that and let it heat soak for about 10 minutes with the vents wide open before I build my setup. We're just doing simple medium to high temperature indirect smoking here. That means I'm just adding my heat deflector plates and then my X accessory rack, which I don't really need anyway. And then my grill grates go on top of that. And then I'm going to close this and start to close the vents so I can come to around 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And yes, I of course forgot to add my smoking wood before I built this. I'm just using a few chunks of hickory wood and some cherry chips that I have. Once I dial in those vents, they should be almost closed, but not as much if I was doing a longer smoke like a brisket. Hopefully my temperature gauge reads around 350 Fahrenheit, which it did in my case. I'm going to add my meter probe to the breast and then program this as a whole chicken cook, and I want it to finish at 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, the FDA recommends an instantaneous temperature of 165, but I never cook my chicken to that. You can cook it to like 140, 145, 150 for certain amounts of time and the bacteria will still die. 150 is my sweet spot for it to carry over cook and still be juicy. Yeah, I tried to tuck those wings behind the head like I said before. Now you just close this and you can set and forget until the temperature is done. I did come in about halfway through and brush this with some compound butter that I melted. It's only because I had it in my fridge and needed to use it. You could just use regular butter and that would work as well. It does help the outside crisp better and just have more flavor, but it is optional. I didn't have to do anything else and mine was already reaching temperature at 1 hour and 20 minutes. And you can check on it and the skin is nice and crispy, everything is nicely browned, it looks good. You can remove that to a cutting board and let it rest for at least 10 to 15 minutes to let the juices settle. You could honestly eat this as is and it would be amazing, but I made this Alabama White BBQ sauce to go with it. It's a heavily mayo based sauce and it might not be for everyone, but this is what it is. I'm doing like 3 cups of mayo, which is definitely overkill for this amount of chicken, but I wanted to make a lot of sauce. Then about a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar and maybe a couple tablespoons of prepared horseradish. Make sure to get the stuff that says prepared and not just the horseradish sauce because they're different things. Then a tablespoon of Dijon mustard and the juice of half of a lemon. A little shaking each of garlic powder and onion powder and a tiny bit of cayenne pepper. Then some salt and pepper to taste, and I just add a little pinch of sugar and I mix all this together. It's just going to be this gloppy white sauce, which kind of tastes good, but it's also kind of diabolical. But it's from Alabama, what do you expect? But now we can get back to the chicken and cut into it. I'm just cutting one of the leg quarters off. It's easy to cut because the meat is super tender and you can see the crispy skin and the flowing juice from the inside. I should have cut into the breast on camera, but I didn't. But we did get a dipping shot of the chicken into the sauce. Let's taste test this.
Here we are. Feels like Thanksgiving part 2. There's something kind of primal about cooking a meat over an open fire and then just eating it. I'm pretty sure I've never smoked anything with chicken before, but I know it's an excellent way to eat it. I'm gonna start by going into the non-sauce part just to see what that tastes like. Cheers. I mean, the meat is super tender and super juicy. I mean, of course it is, it's the thigh, but the skin is crispy and offers so much of its own flavor. I imagine how much better this would be if it was brined overnight, but I have to try it with the iconic sauce as well. Wow, that's really good. Better than I expected. I was a little worried because when I tried the sauce on its own for seasoning, it was very mayo forward, and I love mayo. But it was just weird to me that it had so much in comparison to all the other ingredients. However, after you put it on the chicken, it doesn't matter anymore. It's amazing. But this is a really good idea for someone's first time smoking something. It doesn't take long and it's pretty easy to do. I wish I would have done this before I did something like brisket or pulled pork. But a really cheap and efficient way to feed a whole family or a group of people. I highly recommend doing this with your own rubs or with your own sauces. It's great. But that's gonna do it for me today. Thank you all for watching. Be blessed, and I'll see you next time. So much juicy chicken skin. That was meat, not skin.